So, welcome to the first podcast on nicksmoot.com. If you have no idea what this is all about, I am actually running a project that is called Mythos Project and one also called Simple Mentoring. And we're taking on the task of reconnecting disconnected parents and teens. So I'm trying it as a podcast instead of a blog and a written blog. I'm doing a video blog to see how this runs this way. If you guys like this better, so maybe comment and let me know what you guys are thinking. If you prefer my writing, so you don't have to actually see me, or if you'd rather me do it by video and we can interact kind of this way. Today I want to talk about an article I was going to write that was titled Lost in the Dark. And I want to tell you a story first. I remember being like 16 and waking up at 16 years old at a buddy's house where we had stayed up all night playing video games. And in his house, I'd never stayed there before. And so I woke up like at 1 or 2 in the morning and I had to pee terribly bad. And so I found my way through the house, kind of stumbling. I'd never stayed at his house before, so lights are out. They had no night lights, nothing. Stubbed my toe. Eventually found my way to the bathroom, and then in the bathroom there's that moment of like touching the wall and then like sliding your hand up and down the wall looking for that switch. And you finally find the switch and you flip it, and then the fan comes on. So finally I found the light switch, peed, went back to bed. But I tell you that story to kind of help you understand it sucks when you're in a new situation that you've never been before and you can't know your surroundings. You've never been there before. So I had that same theory about teenagers. I believe that there's a lot of things that you guys teenagers are experiencing for the first time that create a scenario where you're stuck in the dark. You've never been there before. You're wandering around, stubbing your toes, trying to figure things out. And the problem is that the people that you seek direction from or advice most of the time are your peers who are in the dark with you. So it's kind of like you're in this room, never been there before, new scenario. For example, I mean, you guys know exactly the stuff you face every day. Someone tells you a scary new scenario that's happening in their life. You collaborate with the buddies to try and figure out a solution how to help this person. I suggest that what you try and do is actually connect up with some people who've been there before and some people who care about you deeply, specifically your parents. I believe a lot of parents have been through these dark moments and they actually have some insight how to shed light so that you can get your way through it in life and figure out how to kind of connect with your friends better and also have a better life for you personally if you're stuck in the dark with a problem or one of your friends is. The problem is, though, is a lot of teens don't feel safe with their parents to talk to them about these things, and a lot of parents don't really believe that these teens are going through these dark moments. Remember, parents, you went through dark moments, so guess what? So were your teens. So I guess here's my suggestion, parents. I would try and create and establish open, trusting, and safe relationships and conversations with your kids that they know it's okay to talk to you about anything. That granted, if they talk to you about things that they've done that are wrong, there's definite consequences for it. But at the same time, you want them to be able to come to you and talk to you about stuff and problems with their friends. You want them to be able to come and talk to you about problems they're having in their own life and know that you love them and they're the bottom line, that you're not just going to come off the handle and get angry. So a way to help your teen see you as somebody who is a person with wisdom and insight for these scenarios is to tell them stories from your life. Because parents, you've totally blown it and you know it. And your kids, you don't need to tell them every deep, dark secret, but it does help to interact with your kids in the way that you tell them some of your life stories so your kids see you not just as a person giving direction all the time, but the story of how did you find your way through it? What caused you to have to seek direction? So that's my suggestion for you parents is try and connect with your teen on a level where they start feeling safe to tell you everything. If you've never told your kid, you can tell me anything, start there. And then when they go, no, I can't, you yell at me, then you guys can walk through that part of it. Teens, here's what I want to say to you. Your parents have been there. I promise you. They've made really, really, really bad decisions. And they've walked through these problems and struggles, and they have some good insight of how to get out of the dark. So I would go approach your parents, teens, and say, I want to start seeking you for advice and wisdom in my life, mom and or dad. And if you don't have a parent who's trusting or safe, or a person that maybe they're stuck in the dark themselves and making bad decisions, I would say find a trusting, safe adult. If it's a grandparent, a neighbor, somebody who really does care about you, that's willing to kind of mentor you and walk with you through this. Now, when I say someone who's stuck in the dark, I don't mean that your parents are just uncool. I mean parents who are making bad decisions for themselves personally. Those wouldn't be the ones you want to seek maybe advice from. But I would say definitely for the most part, most parents, they've been there, done that, and would want to walk you through the dark teenager. So it's time for parents and teens to start coming back together, because I'm sick and tired of watching our culture pull you guys apart. And we're going to be that company that kind of, that nonprofit, puts you guys back together, hopefully. So I'm proud of you teens, proud of you parents. At least you're digging in and connecting. And some of you are already doing it really well. Help your neighbors because they need some help too. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk with you soon.